Never done that before. Because I'm always too cheap.
Well,
I
with
always
Alice, it
end
takes
up
about
paying
an
it
hour.
for myself. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Well, if we're doing a wardrobe change.
Yeah.
But I mean, like...
Yeah.
It's like...
We should be fine.
Not like it's something fancy or anything.
Her most expensive package, it's like an hour long. So...
We're getting this for free, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That we know of. Unless
Do I have blue eyes?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yes, you have, babe.
I'm trying to look at them on the...
But also look at your camera.
I'm so glad we're here today. Should we tell the people that we had our first fight?
Oh, yeah.
Bree and I had our first fight.
We're okay.
We're fine, but let me tell you something. I think that our conflict resolution was great, and we both were able to express our feelings without...
There were a lot of throwing up emojis during this expressing feelings session, but
I am... What I was going to tell you on the phone when I was talking to you was that I was really glad that you felt like you were able to tell me how you felt.
Oh, yeah.
So... Because I
don't normally, but
I've never actually
you.
been in a friendship that I feel like I can tell them how I feel.
Well, if you don't tell people how you feel, then you're not being true to your friend. It's not an actual friendship. It's not a good friendship.
Well, I just don't want to hurt people's
feelings.
And
then it all bottles up, and then it just like explodes.
That explains a lot, actually.
Oh, that's why all of my past friendships have failed. I actually have a lot going friendships, so not to like toot my own horn, but I'm kind of a good friend, so
kinda.
Yeah,
you're a really good friend.
Yeah,
you are
too, buddy.
Friends.
You are too, buddy.
I wasn't today. I was not today.
It was a slip up. It's okay.
I messed up. It won't happen again.
It's okay. She cheated on me, guys. That's all. All right. Anyway, I'm not salty about it. So, this is awkward.
This is our podcast. We
have another episode called that. Oh, wait. We never named it that episode.
No, we didn't, because we came up with Tomato Juice
A way better episode.
So much better name.
So much.
This is our True Crime Paranormal podcast. That is Bree.
And that is Amy.
Hello. Wait, hold on a second.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I think my story is over here.
It's okay, buddy. She's just having a rough day.
Yeah. Did I not? No, I printed it out. It was yesterday. Is it under here? No. Okay. It's like
Bodum. I didn't see anything in here when I came in.
I can possibly print. I can print it out again, but
this is why it's just easier to have it on a tablet.
I don't have a tablet I use. You're gonna have to close your eyes, because I don't want you to say the name of it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Because it gives it away, like, right away.
Are we bringing this table?
No, we can bring a smaller table.
Okay. Let me know when to come over, or when I should come over, and I'll help you load everything up.
Okay.
And I assume, are we driving together, or do you want to, or do you want to drive separate? It doesn't matter to me. Or do you want me to drive?
It's way out there.
Okay, so probably drive together.
Yeah.
So we don't die.
Waste gas.
Yeah, that too.
Or die.
If your car doesn't have room, let me know. Although I'm pretty sure your car and my car have it won't have room
for a table. No.
No. Okay.
It won't fit.
I think I can put my seats down. I should be able to put my seats down.
I mean, the table folds, but even with it, maybe with it folded, I should be able to put it
Whatever, dude. Amy, I love you. And I'm not going to say anything else. Hi, Leon. Leon has joined us. Leonidas. Hi. Why? Now, that was rude. Your bed is right here. You had to jump on my tablet and walk on it. That was so rude. You could have just jumped on the bed. You are such a jerk sometimes, I swear. Attention seeker. And now you're leaving. Cool. Bye. It's nice knowing you, buddy. Not. Son of a bitch. Oh my gosh, I can hear that show. I'm so very tempted to step out right now and look at this. No, don't. It's okay, don't.
You don't want to. It's critical.
Okay, I'm back in the room now. I'm sorry.
I have no idea what's going on. I don't know if it's critical.
I don't want to tell you because it's very there. You can't tell spoilers with this show because it'll ruin it.
Oh yeah.
It's such a good show. You really should watch it.
You know, him playing it, I started watching it a little bit, and
it's a very good feeling show too, and very like mysterious and like government conspiracy and.
That's right. I remember you saying that. I will. What I'll do probably is watch the second season with him, and then I will.
The fourth season.
Huh?
That's the fourth season.
A fourth season, and then I'll go back and watch.
Why? Then you're gonna know who that somebody you possibly goes, but they're not really. It's okay. It's fine.
I watched the trial today.
Oh, was it good?
It was a closing argument.
I heard Amber lied a lot.
She did lie a lot.
Yeah, that's what our buddy Amanda was telling me. Mm-hmm. She said that she got caught in a lot of lies.
Yeah, that was...
Which makes her look really bad, especially with it being the closing trial.
Yeah. Oh, well. Anyways.
I made her a shirt. Justice for Johnny.
Oh, that was nice of you.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, so do you have a neighborhood story?
You bet your bottom dollar.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Oops. Also, your cat, Leon, decided, I got excited because I thought he was going to be like coming in here and chilling with us.
Yeah.
And he came over here and he like looked up at his bed and I'm like, you can get in your bed. So he comes around this way, jumps on my tablet, then gets in his bed, looks at me, and then goes and leaves. I was like, you jerk.
It's probably too hot for him in here.
Okay, so this says, my neighbor left some notes for the maintenance guy.
Oh.
So there's 3 notes.
Yeah.
The first note says, do not let the cats out.
Don't let the cats out.
Don't let the cats out.
That's reasonable.
The second note says, do not let the cats out. They will try to run out when you open the door.
The second notice. Okay.
The third note says, the big one will act like he isn't interested in going outside, and then he will run out.
Leon.
I cannot stress this enough. The cat will trick you.
He will go.
I am very like look at how they're laid out. 3 notes.
Yeah, sounds like Leon.
Yes, it does.
He's a butthead. Okay, fine. Sorry,
and that is why I'm actually a dog person.
I'm trying to check out on DoorDash for Rick.
What are you getting?
Safeway.
Safeway?
Yeah.
Food?
Yeah.
What kind?
Just like groceries.
Oh.
Because Safeway or DoorDash, like the service fee was cheaper than Instacart sometimes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Interesting.
Yeah.
You just gotta play around with the two.
Yeah.
Compare your prices.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Huh. I'm gonna have to mess around with that.
And you can do right now until Memorial Day weekend. It's 40% off.
It is Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I just said, you said right now until Memorial Day
Oh,
weekend.
I mean Memorial Day, the 31st.
Oh.
It's 40% off of orders.
Oh, I think I
over
got an email about that.
$35.
Yeah.
But it's for pickup, which is fine. You can
Yeah.
go to the store. It's 40% off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do most of my orders pick up for Josh when I send him to the store because
So he doesn't
tell me that something isn't there, but it actually is. You're just not looking in the right spot.
Yes. Or they're like, where do we need this?
It could be in two spots.
Yes.
Like kids medicine. It could be in the
Yes.
baby section or it can be in the medicine section.
You have to look.
Look in both.
Yep, pretty much. I'm going to tell you a story about the Ken and Barbie murders.
Oh, I like the outfit.
That's why I
It
guessed
looks
that.
very Barbie. It looks Miss Frizzle over here. Miss Frizzle, true crimes in the hizzles.
Alice was asking me, she's like, why are you dressing up like that? And I was like, I'm trying to look like Barbie. And she's like, you don't have blonde enough hair. And I was like,
Oh, again with the blonde jokes.
I know, it's so rude. Offended.
Your self-esteem is going way down with
Way
your
down.
hair.
Way down.
You make a beautiful blonde. You make a
I'm something
lovely,
right now.
really dirty blonde.
Yeah, that's what
You have
Alice
really,
said.
really dirty blonde hair.
It's
Dirty.
dishwasher.
Yeah, you
Dish.
look like you've been out in the mud with your blonde hair.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's not making me feel better.
uh,
So I'm going to tell you about Paul Bernardo. He was born on August 27th, 1964 in Ontario, Canada, to the parents of Kenneth and Marilyn Bernardo. They were pretty wealthy, upper middle class, which I didn't know that was like a
I
thing.
know, like it's like upper class or just lower class,
Yeah, no, this
or
is
upper class, middle class, and lower class. Like
I feel like
this is like an in between middle and upper.
Yeah, I feel like the dad is probably like a well-off
Yeah.
contractor, and
Yeah.
they have like all the nice toys and stuff, but they pretty much live on credit.
They're
I don't know.
comfortable.
Yeah,
They're very comfortable.
yeah, pretty much. So, they were a normal family, but Paul seemed to be the odd duck, the black sheep of the family. At the age of 11, he was charged with child molestation.
Oh, wait, age of 11?
At 11. Yeah.
That can happen? You can charge for that young? Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, if they're molesting another child.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know 11-year-olds know how to do that. Know what to do.
You know what? I agree with you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Because at 11, I had no idea.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so after this, he started calling his mom a slob and a whore, which, okay. So then after high school, he took off to study financing at the University of Toronto. He wanted that six-figure salary and went and
Who doesn't?
right? But when he spoke, it was almost like he was putting on like this production for everybody. It was like a big show. He never said like ums or uhs, and he always knew exactly what he was going to say. And when he would say it, it was so like it was booming and it
Draw everybody's
captured-
attention.
Yes,
That is
captured-
a good person for that kind of thing.
yeah.
Very successful sounding.
Yes, he also purchased a video camera and filmed like everything he did. So that was
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Very for the 80s.
I was
it
about to say,
kind of-
is this the 90s? Okay, it's the 80s.
no, yeah. No, oh, sorry, excuse me. He was born August 1964. So yeah, it'd be the 80s.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So very just interesting because like nowadays it's very easy to do that.
Yeah.
But back then, like...
Well, I mean, like, I know in the 90s we had, like, home videos. My parents did, like, tons of,
Yeah.
like, recording. But I feel like the 80s are still early for that. Because the cameras are the
They're
cameras were big in the 90s,
huge,
too,
yeah. I remember, like, you would actually, like,
though. Have
rent
to
them.
prop it up on your shoulder.
Yeah, and you would have to rent them because they were so expensive. But he got it. So he recorded everything around him, everything that he did. His friends would say it was almost like he wanted to be famous.
We should start doing that. We could be on a reality TV show.
We should just record everything we do.
Oh my gosh. Everything on the podcast. We should just record it.
Constantly.
Just constantly.
I
Oh,
like that idea.
I think that's what Patreon is, guys.
So this guy, he was an upstanding dude. Wonderful to
Great.
be around. Definitely want to be his friend. Carla, Homol, I did not look up how to pronounce it. Homolka. Homolka? Homolka?
Oh, I'd say Homolka.
Homolka?
Yeah.
Carla Homolka was born to the parents of Dorothy and Carl Homolka in Ontario, I cannot talk, in 1970. Much like Paul, her parents were upstanding citizens. They were, upper middle class, well off. She was the oldest of 3 girls. Lori was the second oldest, and Tammy was the youngest. They were like copy and paste girls. They all looked alike, and they all acted the same. Like her younger sisters, one of the documentaries I watched for it, they like were the second daughter. She was like, we wanted to be like her. Like we wanted to like. I mean, like.
Like idolized her.
Yeah, they idolized her. They wanted to be like their older
Big
sister.
sissy.
Yeah. So that's why I said like they're copy and paste girls.
Yeah.
So they had beautiful blonde hair, blue eyes. Carla loved animals, so she actually worked at a veterinary clinic after high school. At 17, there was a convention in Scarborough. Carla attended with the other employees at her work. And at the hotel bar that they were staying at, is where she met Paul.
Oh,
And
love at first sight.
that's exactly what it was. It was love at first sight. I mean, these people were like 2 peas in a pod. They spent the evening together in Paul's hotel room. So, like you said, Carla was like swept off her feet. He was always wearing sport coats, flashy. And he also like always had a gift for her. Like every time they would meet up, he was like had something for her. And he just like wowed her, swept her off her feet. She was just like,
They sound like they're meant to be together.
yeah. And he was just like starstruck, or she was like starstruck for
Yeah.
him, I guess. They started doing everything together. They were like peanut butter and jelly. They weren't seen without each other. And he was still filming everything. So like you can watch all of these tapes of this couple because they are like their whole lives are
Everything's
documented.
recorded.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And so when you watch him and like the way he talks to her and the way she acts, it's just like, how can you not be in love? Because, you know?
Oh, just wait, Bree.
Yeah, just wait, Brie. I was, oh yeah, and so you said, just wait, Brie, and that's where I actually in my notes said, just gonna come out and say, obviously Paul is not the good guy here.
Clearly. I mean, I kind of got that at age 11.
Yeah, right? So May of 1987 in the suburbs of Scarborough in Ontario, there was a series of rapes happening by a male of Paul's same description. Handsome boy next door type of guy. Blonde hair, blah, blah, blah. In the early hours of May 4th, a woman getting off the bus was grabbed and raped near her parents' home. And within a week, there was 2 other reports of women getting raped with the same timeline. All the women between the ages of 15 and 21,
15.
yeah, were beaten, verbally abused, and threatened with their lives if they contacted police. And that's when they dubbed the perp the Scarborough rapist, which is also a well-known story.
Sorry.
And you're fine. Another well-known story in, like, true crime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's actually the Ken and Barbie murders. So over the course of 5 years, it was reported that Paul raped 19 young women.
Ew.
Yep. Paul was actually questioned by police at one point, but he was never named a suspect. But in 1990, a victim was able to give the police a precise description of Paul. But by that point, it was too late, and he had gone to do much worse things.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So 5 months
He had such a hot girlfriend. Why
I know,
you needing
why?
to get
Yeah.
ding dong?
Yep. So 5 months after the last known rape in Scarborough, with the police still searching for this unknown person, Paul moved into Carla's parents' home with Carla, an hour and 45 minutes away. And I just want to tell you that one of Paul's, like, his best friend was dating Carla's younger sister, and when his friend, who was he's remained he's unnamed, he said that when he would go over to their house, they would be like, leave the door open, you're not allowed to do anything, you know, like they were very strict, like, if you're going to be in her room, leave the door open, but try to stay in the family room, sort of thing.
Right.
But when Paul would come over, they're like, oh, Paul, we love you, Paul. And like, eventually he was allowed to move in and sleep in the same bed as
wanted.
her. Yeah.
Jeez.
So, and his friend was like, I don't know what the appeal of Paul was. So
He had like a
charisma.
Yeah.
So Christmas of that year, all the quote unquote kids, I mean, they're not kids, but all the children of the house, or adult children, were in the rec room, and the older ones were drinking. And Tammy, the youngest sister, she was 15 at the time, wanted to try it. And her parents were like, fine, you can try, you know, this alcohol drink. Just don't overdo it.
How old was she?
15.
Okay.
So, you know, she's at home.
Okay, that's not bad. I
Yeah.
say that. Don't drink when you're young, guys.
Please, yes,
Don't.
don't.
Do that. We're not condoning that.
No. But, you know, especially in that time, like, it was,
Yeah.
it happens.
Completely
Yeah.
normal.
After a few drinks, Carla and Lori found their youngest sister, Tammy, passed out on the floor. She was later pronounced dead from choking on her own vomit. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Amanda's coming to get her shirt from Josh.
Oh, okay. And at that time, around her death, at the funeral and whatnot, Paul was acting super weird. He, like, didn't want anyone to talk to him, and especially about the death that had happened to Tammy. He was like, no, like, we shouldn't talk about it here. And they're like, well, I mean, it was an accident. He's like, don't talk about her death. And they're like, okay, that's
suspicious.
Yeah, you're acting weird. So it turned out that Carla actually had spiked her sister's drink with animal anesthetics,
right,
that she stole from the clinic she worked at, and it turns out that they took turns raping her.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
Yep.
You pigs.
Yep. So when she started to choke on her own vomit, the couple panicked and acted out the scene her family believes. So the other sister at the time, like, she was drunk and, like, hanging out with her boyfriend, so they weren't really seeing what was going on. The drugs in her system were never detected, and it was ruled as an accident.
What?
Yep. So that's actually what happened, and they didn't find out what actually happened to her until they confessed.
Right.
So a few months later, Paul and Carla moved to a home in Port Dalhousie.
That's kind of ironic.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not Barbie and Ken.
I just
Dalhousie.
In St. Catharines, Carla befriended a teen from work at the veterinary office and invited her home that she shared with Paul.
Gross, yep. You wonderful, terrible lady.
They drugged her and abused her, and of course, it was all videotaped. Unfortunately, she is still considered a Jane Doe. She woke up with no memory of the events.
Wait, did you say they recorded the other one too?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
I don't think that one was recorded.
Okay.
I didn't watch all the videotapes, obviously.
Yeah.
But I didn't see a videotape of that one.
Gotcha.
Or anyone mentioning that it was videotaped. So, so she's still considered a Jane Doe. They told that they have the videotapes of this girl, but no one was ever able to identify her. And she has no memory of the event. So she actually didn't die.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. June 15th, a year after the last known rape that happened in Scarborough, a troubled teen was considered a runaway, Leslie Mahaffey. She was supposed to head home after hanging out with friends, and when she got home, her mom was this troubled teen. Her mom's like, be home by this time. She wasn't home by that time, and her mom was sick and tired of the way that she was acting, so she locked the door. And this just breaks my heart. So she locked the door.
There's nothing wrong. Like that. The mom didn't do anything wrong.
No, but I can't imagine.
It's just the wrong place, the wrong time.
Yep. Yeah. So she locked the door. She's like, I'm sick and tired of you not obeying my rules. Lock the door, lock her out for the night. Well, because of that, she got home, realized the door was locked. So she walked to a friend's house to see if she could stay the night at her friend's house. And her friend said, no, my parents said, no, you can't stay the night. So she's just wandering the streets at this point. And because she was troubled, she was considered a runaway. Well, 2 weeks after the her disappearance, Paul and Carla had an over-the-top wedding. Sorry, we're just kind of put a pin in.
You're good.
Yeah, in that one. So 2 weeks after the disappearance of Leslie, Paul and Carla had this like elaborate wedding, like exactly like what a Ken and Barbie wedding would be like.
Of course. Middle class, upper class.
Yeah, middle upper class. Hold on, sorry.
You're good. Trying to see if I have any candy.
What? Right there.
I don't want Reese's Pieces.
Why?
Oh, I have a Hershey Kiss. Because I want chocolate. I don't want peanut butter.
That is chocolate and peanut butter.
I am so terrified of eating peanut butter right now because of the salmonella crap. It makes me wonder, like, it dawned on me. My sister told me today, because theirs is all expired. We had 4 jars, not expired, 4 jars affected. And we've eaten
oh my gosh,
a lot of it. So,
that's kind of shocking, actually.
Well, think of all the stomach bugs we've had in the past couple months. Like, what if they were linked to that?
That could have been it. I was going to say that, like, shocking that you had 4 jars or 3 jars.
Oh yeah,
that's a lot.
4, yeah, because we buy twin packs from.
Oh yeah. Costco.
Yeah, and we use peanut butter a lot. So
we eat Skippy. We don't do Jif.
Yeah, we do Jif. I like Peter Pan, but you can't buy Peter Pan in the twin packs from thing. But whatever, it's fine.
Right. I'm sorry, buddy.
You win some, you lose some.
That would make complete sense, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was talking to my sister about it, and they've been in a similar situation. They've had stomach bug after stomach bug after stomach bug. And she just realized today that they read their numbers wrong and all of their peanut butter is affected.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, like how other people's kids don't get affected by the stomach bugs that we've been having.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And Josh doesn't get them a lot of times.
Probably because he doesn't eat as much peanut butter.
Yep. I think he's gotten like one of the 4 stomach bugs that we've had.
Wow. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Check your peanut butter, everybody.
Yeah, check your peanut butter.
If that part's even in there.
I might keep it in. Who knows? So they had this over-the-top horse-drawn carriage wedding.
Oh, wow.
I know. Like
fantasy.
Cinderella.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want that big.
No.
We didn't go that big.
No. And this was only 6 months after her little sister's death. And I will quote, when people asked why they decided to get married so soon after her sister's death, they said, the show must go on.
Okay, that's insensitive.
Yep. So, I mean, one of Paul's friend said that her dress cost 5 times the amount of his car.
Jeez.
Like, that's how expensive this.
I want to see these people.
Oh,
I'm gonna look. I'll
yeah,
look them up.
Ken and Barbie.
While you're telling it.
So, 18 miles from the wedding, on the same day, a man was fishing, and he found human remains in Gibson Lake, and the body was encased in cement, which turned out to be the troubled teen.
Wow, you thought you were being smart putting in cement.
Yeah.
No, sorry, that failed you now.
In the interview, oh my gosh, this person is really irritating me.
It's me. I'm texting her.
No.
Okay, for the 80s, I guess they look pretty fly.
Yeah, right?
That hair.
It's okay. Shopping's complete. Whew. It was a DoorDash person.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So they thought they were being smart, but the guy was like, he saw this thing in the water, and so he like was poking at it with his rowboat because he was on a canoe or oar. He was poking it with an oar, and he was like, "That's not a fish," and he thought it was like a dead fish or something like that. And he kept poking at it and realized he's like, "That's a foot."
That's a foot. Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
So
First we had a leg. Now we got a foot. The farm story of the leg.
Yes. So, 9 months after Leslie's murder, on April 16th, 1992, 15-year-old Kristen French was abducted from the front lawn of a church walking home from school.
Oh, you think you're safe there because you're at a church, too.
I know. So there were 2 witnesses of Kirsten's abduction. I said audition. They saw 2 suspects in a vehicle that pulled over to speak with Kristen. She backed away from the vehicle, and then they saw her being grabbed and pulled into the vehicle. 2 weeks after Kristen's disappearance on April 30th, 1992, she was found only yards away from the roadway, which was used as a dumping ground. She was curled up in a fetal position. Her hair had been cut, and she was naked.
Oh, was she alive?
No.
Oh.
She was missing her clothes. She was also missing a Mickey Mouse watch and jewelry.
Oh, Mickey Mouse watch.
I know. In one of the videos, he was like, where are we going today? And she's like, Disney World. And I was like, y'all don't deserve.
You suck.
You don't deserve the Mickey.
You would burn the minute you set foot.
Yeah.
On the Disney World property.
Exactly.
Because somehow you didn't burn whenever you set foot on a church property.
Exactly. So police started to realize that all these murders and rapes were probably connected. And some tips from friends and coworkers started to pour in. After a significant beating with a flashlight, Carla turned herself in to the local police in January of 1993.
Beating?
Yeah, so he also was, like, abusing her.
To her? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so he beat her with a flashlight, and she's like, enough is enough, and went to the police.
I'm tired of these flashlights. No more.
No more. It took a month before police were confident in arresting Paul. They wanted to get all of the
Evidence,
stacked up against him before they arrested him. On February 17th, Metro Sexual Assault Squad detectives arrested Paul on several charges. Carla was given a plea deal of 12 years, which she accepted. She told police that Paul would boast about how many women he had raped, which was as many as 30.
Jeez.
Paul was tried for the murders of French and Mahaffey in 1995 and was sentenced to life in prison without parole for at least 25 years.
Jeez.
But then it was later designated as a dangerous offender, making him unlikely to ever be released. January 10th of 2022, Paul claimed he suffers from anxiety and stress from lack of human contact.
What?
He's allowed 1 hour a day in the yard, and he claims he is a zero risk to society and blamed his urges for his crimes as punishment for his victims to satisfy him, which does not sound like he's taking blame.
No.
He's punishing them for not satisfying him. Yeah. So
never mind, you're probably going to get to it. Continue.
Okay, so he said that what he did was so dreadful and he cries all the time.
Oh, poor baby. We
Paul.
feel so bad for you.
So bad for you. Carla's doing much better now. She's no longer married to Paul. She goes by Leanne Teal and lives in Quebec with her husband and 3 children. She married her former attorney's brother after her release in 2005 from her 12-year sentence.
Okay, so she went to prison.
Yeah, she went to prison. I don't know how I feel about her.
Yeah, I don't either.
She obviously
was involved in killing her sister.
Yeah. Carla still struggles with finding a place in society. A lot of residents request protection, and she also has requested protection from other people. She has failed to find a common ground in society, and her husband now has said if the community is worried, all they have to do is move.
What? That? Maybe you should move to prison.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, he obviously was abusing her, and I get that.
Right.
It could have been one of those.
But you could have said something sooner.
Yeah.
Like, I am all for second chances, but 30 women were
30 women
raped.
that she knew about.
Yeah. Like, you could have stopped it.
And
you
she
could have
helped
saved
him.
so many lives.
Yeah. I mean, we've gone over this with other stories that I have told also that the wives have helped. But it's your own sister.
Yeah. That's just heartless.
You raped your own sister.
And then didn't bat an eye.
And got married 6 months later.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So they're both still alive?
They're both still alive.
How has he not been killed yet? No
idea.
offense, but like from what I've heard, like if you go to prison and people find out that you are a child molester,
so
you will get.
Chances are, yes.
Is it flickering in here to you? It's flickering so much. Okay.
Yeah.
Stranger Things thing going on in here.
I think about that a lot because I really hope that it happens to someone that I know, but I'm probably gonna take that out.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I do, but I think we should probably take that out.
I think that probably what the case is that that's why he only gets an hour a day. He's probably
protected
in solidarity
Yeah.
or whatever it's called, because for his own protection. So that's it.
That was a good one. I wish all those women could get back at him and like.
I know.
Claw's ugly. He wasn't even attractive. Just Claw's ugly face off or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something.
He's got to be like. He was born in 1964.
Oh yeah, so he's like
And
58. Probably
yeah, because
58,
my mom
59.
was born in 1960, and she's
94.
62.
I'm going to be 28, so 58. So yeah.
Yeah. So he's almost 60.
Ooh, I just told my age.
That's embarrassing for you, Brie.
So old.
I've told my age on here. I'm 30, you guys.
I'm going to be 28 and soon.
She's a little baby.
And like, wait, I don't remember. I don't know when this comes out. In like a few days.
You're June 6th?
June 8th.
8th. That's right.
This comes out next Sunday. Holy cow, June's already here. Yeah, so it'll be Wednesday. My birthday's on Wednesday!
Yay!
Wish me happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Brie!
Happy birthday! Yay!
Yay!
Hashtag justice for Johnny. It's talking about all these women being terrible and crazy stuff.
I know.
blah, 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 blah. So I am feeling a little bit homesick this week. So I wanted to
Aw,
go
I
back
get
to the
that.
South. This isn't South Carolina or Florida, but it's still the South. I love the South. This is in Louisiana.
Ooh.
Oh, you did a story in Louisiana, didn't you, last week?
Yeah.
Baton Rouge?
Rouge.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So this is Myrtle's Plantation.
Ooh, I love it already.
Yes, I love plantation homes. So pretty
They are beautiful.
and haunted
And
most of the
haunted.
time.
Yes.
Like 80% of the time. Anyway,
Rightfully so.
yes. Yeah, there's a lot of history there, a lot of really bad history. All right, so the Myrtle's Plantation was built in 1796 by a General David Bradford, a.k.a. Whiskey Dave.
Aw, Whiskey Dave.
Don't you love this guy already? I love him because I love whiskey. So he was called Whiskey Dave because he was involved in the Great Pennsylvania Whiskey Rebellion.
Ooh, what is a whiskey rebellion?
Like they were taxing stuff, taxing whiskey on people, and
Oh.
they weren't agreeing with it. They didn't like it, so I wouldn't like it either. But, you know.
So, but do you just not drink whiskey? As
I'm pretty sure they went and threatened like tax collectors.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think they may have accidentally like
Killed somebody.
burned a house, possibly. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know, that kind of stuff. It's normal.
Yeah.
All right. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's not a big deal.
So Dave fled the U.S. to avoid getting arrested and arrived at Bayou Sara, then a Spanish colony, and obtained a land grant for 650 acres to begin a new life, and built this house, originally naming it Laurel Grove.
Okay.
At first, he lived there alone due to his past crimes. He didn't want to bring his family into any of it and risk getting them in trouble when he wasn't even supposed to be there, really.
Okay, that makes sense.
So he eventually got pardoned for the entire thing in the Whiskey Rebellion in 1799. So he moved his whole family in with him, his wife Elizabeth, and his 5 children.
Okay.
He then passed in 1808, leaving his widow wife Elizabeth to run the property. In 1817, she handed the management down to a Clark Woodruff, who was actually one of Whiskey Dave's previous law students, and he actually married his daughter. So he was his son-in-law. So, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it's weird. So he married his daughter, Sarah Matilda.
Okay.
And together they had 3 children, Africa, Gail, James, and Mary Octavia. Unfortunately, Sarah and 2 of the children, Africa and James, died of yellow fever. We're just going to put quotation marks right there. I'll explain later. I'm just going to put them up everywhere. In 1823 and 1824. So a few years after, in 1831, Elizabeth also died. The mother, the original wife,
Okay.
and Clark and his surviving child ended up moving to Covington, Louisiana, leaving the home in caretaker's hands to watch over things because he had lost his wife and his kids.
Right.
So he sold the property in 1834 to a rough and gray Sterling and his wife, Mary Catherine Cobb. They ended up doing some major remodeling on the home. Oh, crap. What did I just do? This is a bad part about doing this. They ended up doing some major remodeling on the home, nearly doubling the size of the former building, and they changed the name to Myrtle after they had seen all the crepe myrtles on the property. Trees.
Okay.
So, is that not... That's a southern thing. So, Sterling died in 1854 and left the property to his wife. I know, there's so many names. You're not going to have to really remember very many.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Really
I
bad
had to
names.
go through the history a little bit. In 1865, after the American Civil War, when the home was robbed and looted of some of its expensive things,
Oh my gosh.
Mary hired her son-in-law, William Winter, to help manage the plantation as her lawyer and agent. William and his wife Sarah had 6 children, one of whom died. A lot of people died here of typhoid
Sounds like it.
at only the age of 3.
Typhoid? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Pretty common then.
Yeah.
Eventually, they were forced to sell the property due to financial issues, but they bought it back 2 years later. So, I don't know. William was shot and killed on the porch of the home.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're not sure who. They suspect someone, but it's not relevant.
It's got to be somebody.
They suspect someone, you know. It's definitely not the tree, not the crepe myrtles.
I was just going to say
the crepe myrtles, not the crepe myrtle. After being shot, it is said that he staggered inside and died trying to climb the stairs, dying on the 17th step.
Oh my gosh.
Mary, Sarah, and the children remained. Mary died in 1880, and from then, the property continued to pass through different hands, eventually landing in the Myers family in 1970s, and lastly, a John and Tita Moss.
Okay.
The house today is a Creole cottage-style house, has 22 rooms, 2 floors, features a beautiful wraparound porch, French baroque crystal chandelier that weighs over 300 pounds.
How?
Would not want that dropping on me.
That's what I was thinking.
2 parlors, one is for women, one for men, a formal dining room,
right.
and even a gaming room. And there's a gazebo somewhere on the property too. It's really fancy.
Fun.
So, side note, when I put the quotation marks up for the deaths,
The yellow fever.
Yep. So probably the most popular legend is of one of the slaves named Chloe. So I mean, it's the South. That time period, they had slaves.
Right.
It's not right, but that's what happened. So apparently Clark Woodruff, he was a crappy guy, and he liked sex a lot. And so he supposedly forced the slave girl Chloe to have sex with him. And
sounds like
she knew
something that would happen.
Yeah, she knew she refused, that she would be punished way worse, and it wasn't worth fighting.
Right.
So it lasted for a couple years.
Oh, that poor girl.
And she was also like terrified that the wife would find out, because she was like, oh my God, that lady's going to beat my ass if she knows.
Which it's not even her fault.
Yeah,
but
no.
yes.
And then the wife would definitely blame her. Yeah, she wouldn't blame the husband.
Right.
So she would eavesdrop on the family's conversations to make sure she wasn't getting caught.
Right.
One day she got caught listening in, and so her punishment was ordered by the husband, and he said for her to cut off her own ear. And then to cover it up, he made her wear a turban over it.
Oh my gosh.
So she got revenge. As revenge, she allegedly slipped some poison oleander leaves into some cake within days, the wife and 2 children died. They didn't kill the husband, so kind of backfired. And so some people say that she didn't mean to kill the children. She didn't want to kill the children, but it just happened.
Right.
I don't know. It's all like up there. But
well, yeah.
So out of fear of the husband Woodruff finding out what she had done, the slaves all knew about it, and they're like, we have to take care of her before he takes care of all of us. So they hung her in a nearby tree, and after she had died, they cut down her body and threw it into the river. So yeah, it's messed up.
Why'd she tell everybody about it?
They knew. They just knew she did it.
Oh.
Like, they're all working in close quarters, and they know, like, I'm sure she wasn't the only one cooking in the kitchen.
They're like, please don't do that. And she's like, he made me cut off my ear. He's been raping me for years.
Have you ever seen the movie The Help?
Yeah.
Eat my shit. I love that movie so much. So there's a couple deaths here. I'll just go back through them real quick, just to, make sure everybody knows that this is a place where some people died. Just a couple. Just like 2. Just a few.
Just a handful.
Just like 8.
Just like 8.
Just like 9. It's fine. Just like 40. So anyway, not 40. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to go Whiskey Dave. Obviously, he died here. Whiskey Dave's wife, Whiskey Dave's daughter.
Oh my gosh.
I really love the name Whiskey Dave. Okay, so Whiskey Dave, General David Bradford, Elizabeth, his wife, Sarah Matilda, his daughter, Africa, his granddaughter, James, his grandson, Ruffin Gray Sterling,
Okay.
Kate Winter, William Winter and Chloe. And I think there was another one somewhere, but I couldn't figure out who it was because I think they said 10 that were total there, but I think they said actually 12 people died there, but I'm not sure.
But it was maybe
5,
undocumented.
6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that was only 9. I couldn't find the 10th one, but
Is the graveyard on the plantation for them?
I don't know, actually. I do not know that.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm going to have to look it up now.
Yeah.
It's fine. So, paranormal findings. So, there's been a lot of loss here.
Uh-huh.
Also, this is a legend. It's rumored that the property is actually on top of an ancient Tunisian Indian burial ground.
My house, too.
Yeah. I knew you'd like that. And even though I only mentioned one murder. Okay, so this is where I was talking about. There were actually 10 supposed murders. I saw on one of the sites that I used that there were 10 murders, not just 10 deaths. So, I did not see. Well, I guess the kids got murdered. Oh, well, she got murdered. He got murdered. She got murdered. She got murdered. That's 5 right there. Well, there's 5.
I like how your southern accent came out.
My brother and I were talking about that today. We're like, you ever get real heated and then your southern accent comes out? And I'm like, yeah, when I yell at the kids, my southern comes out. Or if you're around someone southern, it comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, so another little spooky legend. There's a mirror here at the home that allegedly contains spirits of Sarah Woodruff and her 2 children who were poisoned. In the mirror, people have seen markings of her face.
Oh.
And children's fingerprints.
Ew, I
and
don't like
also what appears to be like claw marks, which people believe is Sarah trying to tear her way out of the mirror.
I wonder how they got in the mirror.
I don't know,
That's
but
weird.
They've changed the mirror 3 times, and every time they put a new one back there, it continues to like manifest.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, I read that. I was like, well, maybe it's just a really old mirror, and then it said it's been changed 3 times up to this date, and I'm like, holy crap, well, that's weird.
That is so weird.
Yeah, it's cool. Another cool thing, a famous picture was taken here it was originally taken for like insurance purposes. They were told to take pictures of like how far the buildings were apart from each other. And in the picture, you see a figure leaning up against a wall, kind of like they're taking a break or they're just chilling out against a wall. And looks like a person leaning up against the wall with possibly a turban on. And people believe that it's Chloe. It's cool.
My heart goes out to her.
I know. Sad. I'm glad. I'm not glad she got her revenge. I wish she would have got it on the husband.
Yeah.
Other photographs have captured streaks on the stairs suspected to be the blood of William Winter.
So they're not always there?
No.
Oh my gosh, that's so weird.
Guests have reported hearing strange noises, apparitions, often of Chloe, handprints on mirrors, footsteps on the stairs, odd smells, vanishing objects. Some people have reported seeing the spirit of a Native American woman in the gazebo on the property.
Interesting.
William Winter has been seen loudly staggering through the house.
Like he's drunk?
That's what I read at first, and then I'm like, oh wait, he died staggering into the house on the stairs.
Yeah.
And he basically, it looks like he's reliving his death, evidently.
Oh, that's sad.
As of today, Myrtle's plantation is owned by... Why did I put that there? As of today, Myrtle's plantation is now a registered National Historic Landmark.
Sure.
It has been featured in many books, magazines, newspapers, and television shows like Ghost Adventures, which I did not watch the episode yet. I'm going to watch it this weekend, though.
Yeah.
After I finish Stranger Things. It is now...
And Obi-Wan.
And Obi-Wan. It is now a bed and breakfast, so you can not only enjoy a little R&R in this beautiful Southern Belle, but eat some homemade waffles. And if you're really lucky, you might just have someone watching you eat them.
Oh,
So
I want someone to watch me eat.
With chocolate chip waffles.
Yeah.
That's Myrtle's plantation.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh my gosh, Brie.
Yep. Fun times. I want to go stay there.
That would be fun to visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially this little bed and breakfast. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Show you a picture.
Oh yeah, I want to see a picture. While you do that.
Your child's here.
Yeah, I can hear her, unfortunately.
Look at that charm. Isn't that pretty?
It's so beautiful.
God, I love
those
so pretty. Yes.
trees.
Gosh, I miss the South.
Me too. I was only there a month, a
That's
year.
But you were like near Savannah.
I was
In Savannah, weren't
Well,
you?
we were like 45 minutes away from
Oh,
Savannah. I went to school in Savannah.
I've only been through it. I want to go to Savannah so bad. So pretty.
It's
Savannah.
my favorite place. We did go to Paula Dean's
really?
restaurant.
What's your favorite place?
It's one of
It's
my
one of your
favorite
favorite places.
places. Yeah.
Charleston is my all-time favorite place.
Yeah. I don't think I have a favorite place. My favorite place is where my family is.
I was gonna say my couch.
My couch. My bed. So I'm going to tell you a neighborhood story.
Okay,
You ready?
let's hear it.
All right. Message to the thief. I found this on Nextdoor. To the person who stole my plant and stand from my front porch, grow up.
Jerk.
Mm-hmm. I hope you get diarrhea and stub your toe really hard. Don't walk by my house again. Nobody likes you. To my deceased grandmother who was the original owner of the plant, please kill the plant. It's not home anymore.
I hope you haunt them. I'd be pissed too.
Yeah.
Especially a plant stand, and it's a plant stand. Yeah, that's like I have this really pretty aloe plant that I left back at home with my dad. I'd be so mad if someone stole that. She's gorgeous. Her name's Margie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I named my plants.
That makes sense.
It's okay. They're alive. That's awesome. I would do the same thing. That reminds me of you though, with the driveway.
Yeah, right.
I would take a pickaxe.
I'm gonna take a pickaxe to your driveway.
Amy and her heated moments.
I'm not always mature, and that's okay.
I mean, I didn't think that was immature. I thought the thing that happened was more immature.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
You were way more mature about it.
I should say I don't always take the high road.
Yeah.
The low road is where it's at.
Yeah.
Low ride low.
YOLO. YOLO once.
We are going to because it is Memorial Day weekend and it is beautiful outside.
Yep.
So, bye.
To listen, goodbye. To listen, you can find us on all of the platforms: Spotify, iTunes, blah 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 blah. You know where to find us. Please rate and review us on iTunes. Follow us and like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at WWTN Podcast. Our website is what'swiththeneighbors.com.
And on there, you can find a link to all the things that she just mentioned, along with our merch. And a link to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/WWTN podcast. If you want to be on the donor bus, choo choo. $3 a month, you get exclusive content. And for $5 a month, you get exclusive content and our episodes unedited. Feel free to slide into our DMs with any questions, comments, story suggestions, and your own personal paranormal or true crime stories. We strive once a month to have listener story episodes. Our email is www.tnpodcast@gmail.com. And have you checked in on the neighbors?
What's with the neighbors?
Bringing Amy out. Wait, why do you have your glasses?
Oh, because I figured we're going to be doing a second episode, so I'll wear something different. Double recording for the Patreon people, for my mom. I just snagged